Life after 70 is not what most people imagine. Many think it will be a peaceful stage of life, but the truth is that it often comes with tough realities that catch people off guard. Every year after 70 feels more precious, yet also more complicated. Your body begins to send signals that it cannot be ignored anymore, and the way you live changes in ways you might not expect. Some older adults in their 70s still carry themselves with surprising strength and purpose, while others begin to slow down, struggling with fatigue, memory slips, or health scares that seem to appear out of nowhere. The difference between these two groups is often shaped by harsh realities that very few talk about openly. In this video, we are going to uncover 8 brutal realities of life after 70. These are not meant to scare you, but to help you see clearly what is coming so you can prepare yourself with wisdom and strength. By understanding these truths, you can take steps to hold on to independence, dignity, and peace of mind. Stay with me until the end, because the final reality is the one most people never see coming, yet it shapes everything about how the later years are lived. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Hearing and vision changes. One brutal reality that often arrives quietly after 70 is the gradual dimming of the senses you've relied on your whole life. Sounds that were once clear begin to blur. Voices in a crowded room melt together, and reading a recipe or a medication label can feel like a chore under harsh kitchen lights. This is not a failure on your part. It is the natural wear of delicate systems that have served you for decades, yet the impact is bigger than many expect. When you cannot hear well, you start avoiding conversations because guessing at words is exhausting. When you cannot see clearly, you hesitate to drive. You shy away from evening outings, and everyday tasks feel riskier. Consider Alice, a 79-year-old who loved Bible study and community choir. As her hearing faded, she stopped attending because she felt embarrassed asking people to repeat themselves. With fewer gatherings, her world grew smaller, not because she wanted it to, but because her senses pushed her toward the edges. The good news is that practical steps can reclaim a surprising amount of confidence. Routine eye exams, brighter task lighting at home, large print labels on pill bottles, and high-contrast markings on stairs reduce strain and prevent accidents. Hearing checks, simple amplifiers for the television, captioning on every screen, and trying modern hearing aids can open doors you thought had closed. Small tools like a pocket magnifier, a doorbell that flashes, or a phone with louder, clearer sound restore control piece by piece. Naming this reality early is an act of wisdom. When you protect your senses, you protect your safety, your conversations, and the connections that make the later years worth living. Number 2. Changing family dynamics. Another harsh reality many people face after 70 is the shifting nature of family relationships. The roles you once held as the caregiver, the decision-maker, or the financial provider begin to change, often in ways that feel uncomfortable. Children who once turned to you for advice may now try to manage your decisions. Grandchildren grow up quickly, moving into busy lives that leave less time for visits. Even holiday gatherings that used to be lively can grow smaller or quieter as family spreads out or priorities shift. For someone like Helen, age 81, the hardest part was realizing her children were more focused on their own careers and health concerns than on weekly dinners at her home. She understood it wasn't neglect, it was life, but the absence still left her feeling overlooked. These changes can create a painful mix of pride and loneliness. Pride that your family has grown strong and independent, and loneliness that your central role in their lives has faded. The truth is, family bonds don't vanish, but they do evolve. Accepting that reality takes courage, but it also opens new possibilities. You can adapt by staying engaged in ways that fit today's pace, short phone calls, video chats, or planning smaller gatherings. You can also find new meaning in mentoring younger relatives, writing down family history, or simply offering steady encouragement from the sidelines. While changing family dynamics can sting, they can also remind you of the legacy you've built. By embracing flexibility, you can continue to shape those relationships with wisdom and love, even if the rhythms are no longer the same. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3. Declining health. As the years pass after 70, health challenges begin to shape daily life in ways that cannot be ignored. Chronic conditions like high blood pressure, arthritis, or heart disease often replace the occasional aches and pains that once felt manageable. Even something as simple as climbing a flight of stairs or carrying groceries may leave you short of breath. The reason lies in the natural aging of the body. Muscles shrink, bones lose density, and the immune system weakens. For example, George, who turned 82 last year, always considered himself strong. He enjoyed gardening, shoveling snow, and walking long distances. But after a sudden bout of pneumonia, he realized how fragile his body had become. His recovery was long and exhausting, and now even pulling weeds leaves him drained. The hardest part isn't just the illness itself, it's the unpredictability. One day you feel steady, the next you're overwhelmed by fatigue. That uncertainty can create fear and frustration. Still, declining health doesn't mean life is over. Doctors emphasize that small, consistent steps like gentle stretching, balanced meals, and keeping medical checkups can slow the decline. Seniors who build daily habits around movement and mindful rest often regain a sense of control. It's not about chasing the body you had at 40, but about protecting the strength you still have. Acknowledging these changes is not weakness. It's the first step in preserving dignity and ensuring you can enjoy the years ahead with as much vitality as possible. Number 4. Financial strain. Money takes on a very different weight after 70. For many seniors, the paycheck has stopped, and they must rely on savings, pensions, or social security. While some manage comfortably, others quickly realize that what once seemed enough can shrink under the pressure of rising medical costs, housing expenses, or helping adult children and grandchildren. Inflation only adds to the stress, making everyday necessities like groceries, utilities, or prescription medication more expensive each year. Take the example of Linda, a 76-year-old widow. She had worked hard, saved faithfully, and even owned her home outright. But when she was diagnosed with diabetes, the costs of medication, frequent doctor visits, and special diet requirements began draining her savings faster than she had imagined. Suddenly, the security she counted on felt fragile. Many seniors wrestle with tough choices. Should I dip into my savings now or try to hold on for emergencies? Should I cut back on heat this winter or reduce how often I eat fresh fruits and vegetables? These questions are painful and carry an emotional toll that is just as heavy as the financial one. Yet with guidance, there are ways to ease the burden. Programs that assist with healthcare, senior discounts, or financial advisors who specialize in retirement planning. While financial strain is a harsh reality, understanding where you stand and taking practical steps can help you stretch your resources. More importantly, it allows you to focus on what matters most, spending your time with family, enjoying daily life, and protecting your peace of mind. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Physical limitations. One of the hardest realities after 70 is the way your body no longer obeys as it once did. Simple tasks such as climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even bending down to tie your shoes can suddenly feel like obstacles. Muscle strength naturally declines with age, and joints often stiffen from years of use or arthritis. Even balance becomes more fragile, raising the risk of falls that can quickly change a person's independence. Take Frank, an 82-year-old, who once prided himself on mowing his lawn and repairing things around the house. These days, the lawn mower feels too heavy to push, and the ladder he once climbed with ease now seems too risky. He often feels frustrated, not only because he cannot do what he once did, but also because he fears becoming a burden to his children. This sense of loss weighs heavily on many seniors, and it can chip away at confidence and dignity. Yet while physical decline is real, it is not absolute. Gentle but consistent exercise, such as chair yoga, resistance bands, or light swimming, can preserve strength, improve mobility, and even ease chronic pain. Mobility aids like walkers or supportive shoes can also make daily life safer. More importantly, recognizing these limitations does not mean surrendering independence. It means adapting wisely so that you can continue to live with confidence. Aging brings changes to the body, but the spirit of resilience and resourcefulness can remain strong if nurtured with the right habits and mindset. Number 6. Loneliness and isolation. Another brutal reality after 70 is the creeping shadow of loneliness. Friends pass away, family members get busy with their own lives, and the social circles that once kept you connected grow smaller. For many seniors, the days can feel long and empty, especially when there is no one to share meals, stories, or even small daily frustrations with. Studies have shown that isolation in older age is more than an emotional struggle. It can increase the risk of depression, memory decline, and even heart problems. Consider Martha, a 78-year-old widow who once hosted lively family dinners every Sunday. Now the phone calls from her children come less often, and visits are spaced far apart. She fills her afternoons watching television, but deep down she misses the warmth of voices and laughter in her home. This quiet emptiness can feel heavier than any physical ailment, but there are ways to fight back. Joining local senior groups, volunteering, attending church, or even learning to use technology to video call family can help rebuild a sense of connection. Even small routines, like greeting a neighbor during a morning walk or joining a community class, can breathe life back into the day. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 7. Loss of independence. One of the hardest truths about life after 70 is the gradual loss of independence. The freedom to drive wherever you want, cook whenever you like, or handle your own daily tasks without asking for help starts to slip away. For many, this loss is not just physical, but deeply emotional. The reason is simple: as vision weakens, reflexes slow, and health risks rise, certain activities that once symbolized freedom become unsafe. Driving at night can feel frightening, climbing a ladder can turn dangerous, and managing complex financial matters may cause overwhelming stress. Take the story of Linda, a 78-year-old widow who once prided herself on never needing help. She drove her own car, balanced her budget, and kept her home spotless. But after one small accident in the kitchen left her with a broken wrist, she found herself unable to cook or clean for weeks. Suddenly, her daughter had to buy her groceries, and a neighbor drove her to appointments. The shift left her feeling vulnerable and even embarrassed, even though it wasn't her fault. This kind of transition can make you question your identity, because independence is tied so closely to dignity. Yet, acknowledging this reality is not about giving up, but about adjusting with wisdom. Instead of fighting every change, you can plan ahead by creating support systems, setting up meal delivery, sharing household responsibilities, or learning new technologies that help manage tasks remotely. Independence may look different after 70, but it doesn't disappear completely. It simply requires a new definition, one built on collaboration, safety, and acceptance. Number 8. Loss of purpose. Beyond the physical and financial struggles, one of the most painful realities after 70 can be the loss of purpose. When careers end, children move away, and familiar roles shift. Many seniors find themselves asking, "What now?" The routines and responsibilities that once gave life structure may suddenly be gone, leaving behind long days that feel empty. For example, Margaret, 77, shared that after retiring from her teaching job, she felt adrift. The applause, the classroom chatter, the daily sense of being needed, it all disappeared. And with it came a quiet ache that no amount of television could fill. This absence of purpose can feed loneliness, depression, and even accelerate cognitive decline. Yet purpose is not something reserved for youth or work years. It can be redefined at any age. Seniors can find meaning in volunteering, mentoring younger generations, creating art, nurturing a garden, or simply being a steady presence in the lives of loved ones. Studies consistently show that older adults who feel they still contribute to others enjoy better mental health and even live longer. The reality may be harsh, but the opportunity to rediscover purpose is powerful. After all, life after 70 is not an ending. It is a chapter waiting to be written with intention and heart. Final thoughts. Life after 70 is not easy, and the brutal realities we have just explored, declining health, shrinking social circles, financial uncertainty, loss of independence, loneliness, changing family roles, limited energy, and the struggle to find purpose are challenges that many older adults quietly endure. But facing these truths is not about surrendering, it is about reclaiming control. Each reality, while difficult, also holds an invitation to take your health seriously, to nurture relationships that matter. Learn to manage your resources wisely, reach out for help when it's needed, and discover new sources of meaning in your daily life. With these choices, hardship can transform into resilience, fear into strength, and loneliness into a sense of community. Always remember, aging is not a punishment, it is a privilege that many are never granted. By facing the hard truths with courage, you prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically to meet them head-on. And when you do, life after 70 can remain rich, fulfilling, and filled with dignity. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share in the comments one thing you learned and how you plan to apply it in your own life. Your feedback is deeply valued and gives us motivation to keep going. If you found this video meaningful, please like, subscribe, and share it with others. Your support allows us to continue creating content designed to inform and inspire. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to connecting with you again in the next video.